Last class, we already learned the infinite model of the queuing system. Today, we learn the finite model of the queuing system. Paper code is the CS505A, that is the operations research for the BTech course. Module 6 is the queuing 3. Today's lesson is the lecture 33. And this is for the MCA course. Paper code is MCA 304. Module is 5. Queuing theory, and lecture is the 27. Today we learn the queuing model MM1 in FIFO, or we can call it the FCFS. This is also, we can call it the first in first out, or we can call it the first come first serve. And related problems. Before we enter into this model, I want to discuss the one problem or whatever I discussed in the previous class, that is the model 1 MM1 infinity FCFS. So now I'm considering the one problem for the model 1 infinite model, then I'm considering the finite model. Example 4 of the model 1. A self-service store employs the one cashier at its the counter. 8 customers arrive on an average every 5 minutes. That means arrival rate is per minute is 8 by 5. And what are the distribution is given is that while the cashier can serve 10 customers in the same time. That means 10 customers serve in the 5 minutes. That means the service rate is 10 by 5 is equal to 2. Assume that Poisson distribution for the arrival and the exponent distribution for the service rate. Since the arrival distribution is given the Poisson and the service distribution is given the exponential, and only the one cashier is there to give the service. So this is problem is under the model of MM1 infinite FCFS. That is the queue may be formed in the infinite. There is no restriction of the queue. Now from the given data, first we have to calculate the arrival rate, then the service rate, then the traffic intensity, that is rho equal to lambda by mu. These three things first we have to calculate, then we have to calculate according to the question. This is the basic question. Now I am considering the one by one question and try to solve that. Because if we write here all the questions, we cannot go through the questions directly. I have to back to the slide again and again. So in the one slide, I'm considering the one problem and try to solve it with the help of this formula, and whatever the formula we know, that is LS, LQ, WS and WQ, by using that formula to study the problem. Now first, lambda is the mean arrival rate, is the 8 customer in 5 minutes. So 8 by 5 customer per minute. So we can fraction, we can write it 1.6 customer per minute. And mean service rate 10 by 5 is equal to 2 customer per minute. Traffic intensity lambda by mu is, we can write this 8 by 5 by 10 by 5 equal to 0.8, which is less than 1. It is satisfying our condition. Now I am considering problem one by one according to this given data. Average number of customer in the system. That means average number of customer in the system, that is the LS. So we have to find out the LS. What is the formula of LS? Lambda by mu minus lambda. So if we put it there, we will get the result, that is the 4 customer in the system. That is average number of customer in the system is the 4 customer. We can also apply this formula, LS is equal to rho by 1 minus rho. From that, we also get the 4 customer in the system. Now question number B. Average number of customer in the queue or average queue length, that is the LQ. Average queue length, that is the LQ. LQ is formula is lambda square by mu into mu minus lambda equal to 1.66 square divided by 2 into 2 minus 1.6. After calculating, we will get the 3.2. Another way we can calculate that LQ is equal to rho square by 1 minus rho. That is, we can write rho and rho by 1 minus rho. Rho by 1 minus rho is the 4 and 1 rho is that. So rho is the 0.8. So it is 3.2 customer in the queue. That means average number of customer waiting in the queue is 3.2. 3.2. See, average time a customer spends in the system. That means the WS, we have to find out the waiting time in the system. Average time a customer spend in the system, that is waiting time in the system. WS is equal to 1 by mu minus lambda. 1 by 2 minus 1.6 is equal to 1 by 0.4 is equal to 2.5 minutes. One customer has to wait in a system before departing the system. Question D. Average time a customer waits before being served. Before being served means waiting time in the queue. Basically, this is the waiting time in the queue. Average time a customer waits before being served. That means average time waiting in the queue. WQ is equal to lambda by mu into 1 by mu minus lambda. This is the rho, we can call it. So 1.6 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1.6. After calculating, we will get the 2 minutes. So one customer have to wait in the queue before getting the service is the 2 minutes. And before that we got, it is 2.5 minutes. E. Probability that there is no customer at the counter. That means basically this is the P0. No customer in the system, that is the P0. And we know the busy period is the rho. So P0 equal to 1 minus rho. We know ideal equal to 1 minus rho is equal to 1 minus 0.8 is equal to 0.2. So probability of there is no customer in the system is 0.2. Question A. Utilization factor, that is already we calculated. Rho equal to lambda by mu is equal to 1.6 by 2 is 0.8. Probability that there are more than 2 customers in the system. Basically, our formula, whatever the formula we learn, probability of n greater than equal to capital N, that is rho to the power n, but that is respect to the Q. But here question is the respect to the system. System always we are considering the 1 in the system. That's why it is the 2 plus 1, rho to the power 2 plus 1. You can ask me why it is not rho to the power 2. Rho to the power 2 only when we are considering the Q, but here we are considering is the system. More than, that means it is strictly greater than 2. That means we can write also the greater than equal to 3 also we can write. That's why rho to the power 2 plus 1. That is the rho to the power 3. 0.8 to the power 3 is 0.512. That is the probability. Also we can find out in this way. 3 independent event, probability of there is no customer, 1 customer and 2 customer is there. Then rest of the part, total probability is 1. If we minus it, we will get the there is more than 2 customer in the system. That probability we can find out that way also by considering the 3 independent events, sum up and minus it from the 1. Probability that a customer shall spend more than 6 minutes for the cashier service. Probability that a customer shall spend more than 6 minutes for the cashier service is equal to probability that they spend more than 6 minutes in the queue. Before getting the service of the cashier, one customer spent more than 6 minutes. That is our the formula rho into, when it is the formula for Q. So rho into e to the power minus mu minus lambda t. That we learned this formula in the previous class. So rho into e to the power minus mu minus t, mu minus lambda into t is rho is 0.8 into e to the power mu value is 2 and lambda is 1.6 and t is given is the 6. So from that we get the value of the e to the power, that part value is 0.09 and multiplying this we will get 0.072. Probability that a customer spent less than 10 minutes in the system. Previously question is greater than, more than 6 minutes, and here less than. So we know the greater than formula and this is related to the system. That's why it is not multiplied the row. Total probability is 1. If we minus it from the 1, we will get that part less than the 10. We know the formula greater than 10. Greater than equal to 10 minutes. So 1 minus e to the power minus mu minus lambda t equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2 minus 1.6 into 10. So this is our the e to the power minus 4. We got this value by using the calculator or from the table. Now this is our the value 0.982. This is our the calculation of the probability. That is the probability that a customer spend less than 10 minutes. That probability is that. More than 10 minutes, this part is the more than 10 minutes. That is the probability. What is the average length of queue that have at least the one customer? Average length of the queue that have at least the one customer, that is, we can call it the expected length of the non-empty queue. Non-empty queue basically 1 by 1 minus rho, or we can call it mu by mu minus lambda. When the question is like that, non-empty queue or one customer have to wait. One customer have to wait means non-empty queue. That means queue is not empty. That's why a customer have to wait to get the service. That formula is 1 by 1 minus rho, or we can use that mu by mu minus lambda. Applying this, we'll get the result is the 5. That means the 5 minutes have to wait that customer. What is the new arrival rate if the mean waiting time is found to be reduced by 20%? Whatever the waiting time is there, if we reduced it by the 20%, then what would be our the mean waiting time is found to be. So what is the new arrival rate? Then we have to find out the arrival rate, and if we reduce the what waiting time, that means the W. Let lambda dash be the arrival rate, the arrival rate per minute. Lambda dash is the arrival rate. That means we can say lambda dash number of customer arrived per minute. Average waiting time in the queue is, that is our the formula. Normal formula lambda by mu into mu minus lambda. But here our the new variable, new symbol is lambda dash. So we can write here lambda dash by mu into mu minus lambda dash. And new waiting time, that is waiting time is reduced by 20%. That means our waiting time is there 2 minutes, 2 is there. So it is reduced by the 20%. So 0.80 into 2. We are giving the service to customers. And 8 by 5 customer is arrived and the 2 customer giving the service in per minute. So it is reduced time is, so 0.80 into 2. So now we know the value of the mu. So from that, putting this, we can calculate and we will get this mu value is the 2. So after calculating, we will get lambda dash is equal to 1.52 customers per minute. So when you are reducing the service time, that means new arrival rate is become 1.52 customers per minute. In a railway marshal yard, I'm considering the another example. In a railway marshal yard, goods trains arrived at a rate of 30 trains per day, and assuming that the inter-arrival time and the service time duration follows an exponential distribution. When you are talking about the inter-arrival time, that is follow the exponential. When we are talking about the arrival rate, then it is the Poisson distribution. And the service time distribution follows the exponential distribution with an average of 30 minutes. Calculate the following. So this problem, what they are asking, average number of trains in the queue, the probability that the queue size exceeds the 10, that means they have to apply the rho to the power capital N, that formula. Expected waiting time in the queue, that is the, we have to calculate the WQ. So from the given data, we can calculate the our lambda, mu and rho. So this problem under the model of MM1 infinite HC FS, first come first serve queue system, and from the data now we are going to calculate the lambda, mu and rho. Mean arrival rate is 30 by 60 into 24 trains per minute, 1 by 48 trains per minute. Mean service rate 1 by 30 trains per minute. Also we can convert it to the hour also. That is not the problem. If we not taking this, so it would be the 30 by 24. And this will be 1 by 30. That means 1 hour is equal to, we can consider that the 60, that means 2 trains that we can convert. Instead of the minutes, we can convert it to the unit per hour also. Traffic intensity lambda by mu, this will be the fixed 5 by 8, and this is less than 1. Average number of trains in the queue, that means LQ. We know the formula of LQ, rho square by 1 minus rho. LQ is equal to rho square by 1 minus rho. If we put it here, we will get the result 25 by 24 trains. Approximately, we can call it the 1 train is expected number of train in the queue. Probability that queue size greater than equal to 10. We know when we are talking about the queue size, not talking about the system, that time rho to the power 10. This is the capital N. So rho to the power 10 is equal to 5 by 8 to the power 10, 0.056. Now expected waiting time in the queue, that is the WQ. WQ is formula is lambda by mu into 1 by mu minus lambda is equal to 5 by 8 into 1 by 30 minus 1 by 48 equal to, by simplifying we will get the 50 minutes. So have to wait the 50 minutes. Expected waiting time before get the service, one train have to wait 50 minutes. That means the customer means here is the train. Now we are entering into the finite queue system. Now first we have to learn the finite queue system, then we are discussing about the model, then the formula. We are not going through the derivation of the formula, just we are considering the expression of the formula. Finite queue system is the combination of the queue and the service channels. Under this method, it is assumed that the total number of the customers that can be present in the system is limited to some maximum number. Here is the maximum number of customer can accommodate in a queue, that is the fixed. And previous model, whatever we learned, that is no restriction for the queue. That is to say that the size of the queue is finite and it's limited by the maximum number in the system, less than the number of servers. If it is not less than the server, so no one have to wait. maximum number in the system less than the number of servers. In this unit, you will study, now we will study about the finite queue models and the concept of simulation. Not here, we are not considering the simulation, only we are going through the discussions of the model. What is the objective of this the finite queuing system? After going through this unit, we will be able to understand the measuring of the finite queuing models, state the concept of the simulation, discuss the types of the examples of the simulation, and summarize the concept of the random variable. But here we are not discussing the simulation, that is in the different chapter. But our concept will be clear. Now this is the model 2 MM1 in FCFS. Here for this model, the queue size is the fixed, other is the same. Arrival rate is the Poisson distribution. Inter service time is following the exponential distribution. Number of channel is 1, and the queue size is the fixed, that is the capital M. Both Poisson and the exponential distribution both are follow the Markovian. That's why it is MM1 in FCFS, first come first serve. This model differs from the model 1 in this case in the sense that the maximum number of customers in the system is limited to capital A. Therefore, the difference equations of the model 1 are valid for this model as long as n is, that small n is less than capital N. Arrival will not exceed the capital N in any case. That means number of customers arrive in a queue that should not exceed the capital N, because this is the limitation of our the queue, that is the capital N. The various measures of this model are: first is the P0. We are not going to derive that the expansion. This is the number of, there is no customer in the system, that is P0 equal to 1 minus rho by 1 minus rho to the power n plus 1, where rho equal to lambda by mu. It is not necessarily you have to say lambda by mu not equal to 1. That is not equal to 1. This is not equal to 1. It may be equal. Then the defined formula is there. Now, n customer in the probability of, that is the n customer, that is probability of n, that is the Pn, number of customer n, Pn. This is for the no customer, and this is the n customer. Formula is 1 minus rho to the power n plus 1, rho to the power n. Rho not equal to 1, and n is varying from 0, 1 to capital N. This is the fixed for that. That means P0, P1, P2, P3, P capital N. When the rho is not equal to 1. When rho equal to 1, that time Pn equal to 1 by n plus 1. When rho equal to 1, that means lambda and mu are the same. Rho equal to lambda by mu, that may be greater than, equal to, or less than. Ls, we know the formula, P0 into summation n is equal to 0 to n. Here, not the infinity, it is up to the fixed term, n into rho to the power n. That n value is from 0 to capital N. LQ, number of customer in the queue, equal to Ls minus lambda by mu. Ls is the number of customer in the system. W is waiting time in the system before departing the system. So WS including the WQ and the service in the system. WS is equal to LS by lambda and WQ is equal to LQ by lambda. So as soon as we got the LS and LQ, we can find out the WS and WQ. Now we are considering the example here. Now we are considering the example in the finite queue. In a railway marshal yard, goods train arrived at the rate of 30 trains per day. Assume that the inter-arrival time follows on the exponential distribution and the service time is also to be assumed an exponential with the mean of 30 minutes. 36 minutes. 30 minutes is the arrival. 30 trains per day is the arrival rate and the service time is the 36 minutes for an train. And it is follows the service is follows the exponential. Arrival, inter-arrival follows inter-arrival time is given. It is follows the exponential. If the arrival rate is given, that should be given the Poisson distribution. Now what the things we have to calculate? The probability that the yard is empty, that means we have to calculate the P0, that is no customer in the system, that means the no train in the system, that we have to calculate the P0 by using the P0 formula. The average queue length, assuming that the line capacity of the yard is 9 trains. That means here capital N is equal to 9 is given. So it is clear that since here the capacity of the yard is given, that means the 9 train can wait in a queue. That's why the capital N equal to 9 is given. That's why this problem under the model 2 MM1 and FCFS. So as soon as our model is confirmed with respect to the problem, now we move to calculate the lambda, mu and rho. Then we calculate the question number 1, the probability that the yard is empty, and the average queue length, assuming that the capacity of the yard is 9 trains. That means we have to calculate the term starting from 0, n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, small n equal to capital N, up to 0 to 9. Solution: this problem under the MM1 in FCFS queue system from the given data. Now, lambda equal to mean arrival rate. 30 trains per day is given, so we can calculate the arrival rate in an hour. So 30 divided by 24 equal to 5 by 4 trains per hour. It is given 30 trains per day. Per day we are taking as a 24 hours. So 30 by 24 equal to 5 by 4, if we cancel out by the 6, 5 by 4 trains per hour. Mean service rate is given the 36 minutes for a train. Service time is required is 36 minutes for a train. So in 1 hour, how many trains can give the service? 60 by 36 trains per hour equal to 5 by 3 trains per hour. Now we know the rho, that is the traffic intensity, or we can say it is the utilization factor, or we can call it the BGPR, is equal to lambda by mu is equal to 3 by 4 equal to 0.75 less than 1. So these three things, as soon as we got, we can move to the calculation according to our question 1 and 2. First question is the probability that the yard is empty. That means we have to calculate the P0. Then the average queue length, that is the LQ or LS average. That means we are going to calculate the LS. Probability that the queue is empty, that is P0. P0 formula we already learned. P0 is equal to 1 minus rho divided by 1 minus rho to the power n plus 1, where rho equal to lambda by mu and capital N equal to 9. Value of the rho is 0.75 divided by 1 minus 0.75 to the power 9 plus 1 equal to 0. After calculation this 0.25 divided by 1 minus 0.75 to the power 10 equal to 0.25 divided by, after this we got the value minus 0.056, 0.75 to the power 10 equal to 1 minus 0.056 equal to 0.25 divided by 0.944. After dividing this, we will get 0.265. That means probability is that it is very, very low. Probability is that how much? Total probability is 1. So if we convert it is to the percentage, so 26.50% is that chances that the queue is empty. 26.50% is that the queue is empty, or in a probability we can say 0.261 is the probability that the queue is empty. Now we are going to calculate the LS. Average queue length. Normally we are taking the LS. We can also calculate the LQ. LQ is equal to the LS minus lambda by mu. From that we can also calculate that. But here is this part calculation is very lengthy. This part we know, that is we got into the P0. LS equal to 1 minus rho by 1 minus rho to the power n plus 1. This is basically the P0. This is n equal to 0 to capital N. N into rho to the power n. So here we will get the 10 terms. That 10 terms we have to calculate. Rho equal to lambda by mu, n equal to 9. This part we already calculated is here. See, 0.265, that is we can put there directly that value. This is 0.265. When n equal to 0, this term is 0. When n equal to 1, this is rho, only the rho, 0.75. When n equal to 2, 0.75 square. When n is 3, 1 plus is the mistake is that should be removed. So 3 into 0.75 cube plus, that is also the another plus is extra is there. 4 into 0.75 to the power 4. Next time is 5 into 0.75 to the power 5. It is up to, it is going on 9 into 0.75 to the power 9. So after calculating this each and every term and adding, we will get this part will be the 9.58, and this part is that 0.265. So 0.265 into 9.58 is equal to 2.5387. Approximately we can say it is the 3 trains. That is the average queue length is the 3 trains. And if we find out the LQ is equal to LS minus lambda by mu. Lambda by mu is 0.75. So from this, if we minus is 0.75, we will get the LQ. Here we are considering the another example. It is also related to the train problem in the yard, Marshall yard. That means where is the train goods train. This is the basically for the goods train we are talking about. Train arrived at the yard 15 minutes and the service time is the 33 minutes. In a frequency of 15 minutes, one train is arrived, but the service time is the 33 minutes. If the line capacity of the yard is limited to the 4 trains, so there we can accommodate only the 4 trains in a queue. Find the probability that the yard is empty, the average number of trains in the system. That means we have to find out the P0 and LS. Or sometimes they can ask you the waiting time, expected waiting time in the queue or in the system, WS and WK. Now clearly it is same, since the limitation is there in the queue, capital N is equal to 4. So this problem under the model of MM1 NFCFS, MM1 NFCFS queue system. From the given data, we can calculate the lambda mu and rho, then we calculate the P0 and LS. Lambda equal to mean arrival rate, 15 minutes, 1 by 15 trains per minute, that is the rate, arrival rate. We can convert it also to the hour also. This is arrival rate, we can convert to the hour also. And 1 by 33, mu will be the 1 by 33 trains per minute. Mean service rate is equal to 1 by 33 trains per minute. Rho equal to traffic intensity equal to lambda by mu equal to 33 by 15. So this is, we can call it the 2.2. 2.2 is not equal to 1. So these 3 values we got. Now we can move to calculate the hour according to the question. The probability that the queue is empty, that means we have to calculate the P0. We know the formula of P0 because here rho is not equal to the 1. So this is the formula. What is the value of rho? Rho is 2.2, that is not equal to 1. So we can use this formula, 1 minus rho by 1 minus rho to the power n plus 1. Rho is this and capital N equal to 4. So put it here, 1 minus 2.2 and here 1 minus 2.2 to the power 4 plus 1. So 2.2 to the power 5, 1 minus, and this is minus 1.2. So from here we will get the minus value and that minus will be cancelled out. So from this we will get 51.5363, 1 minus, and this is minus 1.2. So from this we will get 50.5363 and this is 1.2. Dividing this we will get 0.0237. So this is the probability that the queue will be empty. That means there is no train in the queue. That means there is no customer in the queue is empty. That means P0. if we convert it to the percentage, so 2.37% is there that the queue is empty. Average number of trains in the system, that LS equal to formula we know, P0 into summation n equal to 0 to n rho to the power n. This part we already calculated, and this part we have to calculate. So number of terms will be n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we will get the another 5 terms that we have to calculate and add up. Rho is we know lambda by mu n equal to capital N equal to 4. So this part value we already calculated, that is 0.0237, 0.0237, and here when n equal to 0, so first term will be 0, that is 0. When n equal to 1, rho is 2.2, so it is the 2.2. When n is 2, 2.2 to the power 2, so 2 into 2.2 to the power 2. When n is 3, 3 into, this is the one extra plus, that is by the mistake. So 3 into 2.2 to the power 3, last term 4 into 2.22 to the power 4. So after calculating, we will get 0.0237, 2.2 plus 9.68 plus 31.94 plus 93.70. So after calculating this, we will get 3.26. Approximately, we can say that the 3 trains, expected number of 3 trains in the system, that we can say. Another problem just I am discussing, that is the, I am considering the another one example. This would be the example 3, that is the car parking in a park. A car park contains the 5 cars. That means here capital N equal to 5. The arrival of cars is Poisson. It is given the arrival is follows the Poisson distribution at a mean of the 10 per hour. Per hour arrival rate is the 10 cars per hour. The length of the time each car spent in the car park is exponentially distributed. So service distribution is also given is the exponential with the mean of 0.5 hours. How many cars are in the park on average? So it is clear when the number of cars is given, the 5 cars is the limitation in the park they can keep. That means queue limitation is the 5 cars is there. First we have to, and so it is distribution is given from that is the car park, only a car park contains. Only one server is there. So it is MM1 FCFS queuing system. So this problem under the model of this MM1 NFCFS. And from the data we are going to calculate the lambda, mu and rho. Then we are using the formula, we can calculate by term by term, we will get that. Lambda is mean arrival rate. If we take it in the hour unit, then 10 cars per hour. Here service is the 0.5 hour. That means 30 minutes spent each and every car in the park. So we can say that 2 cars per hour. Service is 2 cars per hour. So traffic intensity is 10 by 2 is equal to 5. We can say this is from that 1 by 0.5. That means 2 cars per hour and traffic intensity this. Now we calculate the P0, because that P0 we need to find out the LS. So from this calculation, is P0 is our 2.56 into 10 to the power minus 4, and we can calculate the LS. This part we know, 2.56 into 10 to the power minus 4, and from this part, if we calculate the term by term, it will be the sixth term, n equal to 0 to n is the 4, 5, n equal to 5, so the here is the sixth term. After calculating this, we can say approximately this is equal to the 4 cars. So this is the end of the queuing theory and today's class. So next class we are considering the another chapter, that is the inventory control.